Is this how you've been cutting metal in your shop? Boy, do I have a better idea for you. I know this might make you feel better, but all you're going to do is waste a good hand tool. The real answer is this Bosch 14-inch abrasive wheel cutoff machine. And this is the tool we're going to look at in this review. An abrasive wheel cutoff machine really is pretty simple, but that doesn't stop Bosch from leaning on their engineering and manufacturing capabilities to produce a better unit. And it all starts at the aluminum-based 14-inch diameter abrasive wheel. Remember what this looks like, because we're going to look at this wheel again at the end of this video after it's been used a bunch of times. The wheel is turned at 3,900 RPM by this 15-amp 4 horsepower maximum motor. And the power is sent to the blade through a set of precisely made bevel gears. To keep it running smooth, the spindle and the gears run in ball bearings. This push-button spindle lock makes wheel changing a lot easier. The trigger style on-off switch and the lock-on button are both located on the handle within easy reach. And Bosch added a carry handle that's built into this assembly to make moving this machine around a lot easier. The clamping system for securing the workpieces in the saw are as tough as they are easy to use. The fence can be pivoted up to 45 degrees by loosening these bolts. This wrench is included and is also used for changing the wheel. When not in use, that wrench can be stored in a slot in the front of the table. For specialty jobs, you can move this fence forward in a slot to anywhere that you need it. Because abrasive wheels are perfectly flat, it's easy to use a good square to make sure that the fence part of the clamping system is perfectly square to the wheel. The metal face on the end of the pressure screw is on a pivot so it can conform to the steel when it's being clamped. Flip the locking lever back and you can slide this threaded rod up against the material. Flip that handle back down and it engages the threads and you can apply pressure. The cranking handle is large enough to make applying pressure an easy task. At the rear of the saw is the heavy spring that makes the handle want to rise up when it's not in use. And you can use this bolt to adjust the cutting depth. The table surface isn't huge, but this is a benchtop machine and it seemed more than adequate for everything I've done during this evaluation. To help keep the machine in place and reduce some of the sound it transmits to the table, they use these rubber feet at each corner. This shield runs along the blade under the table and helps contain some of the debris that the blade creates. The wheel guard system does a good job of keeping the wheel covered during use. The forward portion of the guard can flip back out of the way and make room for changing wheels. And then when you're done with the wheels, you just flip the guard back into place and it's ready to use. Bosch added this deflector at the rear of the machine that knocks a lot of the sparks and debris down rather than shooting them straight out the back around the shop. If you cut metal in your shop and are tired of a hacksaw, you need to take a look at the Bosch 14-inch benchtop abrasive cutoff machine. This is a well-made machine that comes at a very good price. And you can see here that it makes nice clean cuts that don't need a lot of preparation for welding or other fastening techniques. If you remember, we looked at this cutoff wheel at the beginning of this review. Well, here it is 33 cuts later, and it doesn't look much worse for the wear. It looks like in addition to a good purchase price, the upkeep isn't going to be very expensive on this machine either.